Hi, welcome to Place Like Home with Christine Nyakato. I bring you messages of hope, love, strength, and encouragement. And today I'm here to just to encourage us as usual. And I just want to talk about 2021. It's really been a great year. It's really been a wonderful year. I mean, for me personally, it was nothing that I expected, and I wouldn't have had this year differently. I've learned a lot in this year. I have changed a lot. I've grown a lot, mostly spiritually, and I've unlearned a lot of things that I used to enjoy, things that I used to like, things that I used to love. I cannot do anymore, but I'm not regretting anything. I'm not missing anything. I'm just really, really grateful for God. I'm really grateful for His grace and love. I'm really grateful that He did not let me be devoured. I know the enemy was out there looking for someone to devour. I'm not exceptional. The enemy is always finding ways of getting us, finding ways of getting us, putting us into his camp and making us really comfortable there. But once you get to know who you are, once you get to know your purpose in life, once you get to know that you're created for more, then you start yearning for that, you start looking for that, and that alone, it's like fire in the camp of the enemy. The enemy realizing that you are getting the revelation of yourself, you are getting the revelation of who you are. It puts him on fire. It makes him more scared of you, and because of that, he's always crafting out something. He's always trying to find ways of capturing us. But I'm really, really grateful. I'm grateful for my family. Yeah, this has been, it had its challenges, because as you know, challenges is part of life. We faced diseases. COVID hit my family, it hit me personally, it hit my sister, it hit our family and all that. But I'm truly, truly thankful that we all recovered. I'm thankful for the gift of life that God has given unto us. And I'm thankful that He's not left me alone and has not left us alone. I'm hearing a lot of testimonies from my friends and God is truly working. He's still in the business of doing miracles. He's still opening doors. If you had plans for 2021 and they did not come to pass, let not that be a reason of you giving up on yourself. Don't give up on anything. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your plans. Don't give up on your projects. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on your family. Just don't give up on anything. Whatever has happened in your life, the Bible tells us that all things work together for good to those who love the Lord. So whatever has happened, it has been planned by God. He also tells us that He knew us before we were formed in our mother's wombs. And He has great plans for us. So there is nothing that has happened to you this year. There is nothing that has happened that wasn't God's will. So whatever has happened, we just have to change our perspective. That is something that I've learned this year. Perspective, it is everything. It is a game changer. If you start looking things differently, if something negative happens and you decide to look at the positive part of it, like for example, you made plans of traveling and you did not travel, and then you look at it like, what if I had traveled and had an accident? What if I had traveled and this happened? So you just have to be grateful for everything that has really happened in your life, because it has been God's will. It has been God's plan. And things that have gone wrong, God has been able to give you courage to go through it. He will not give you or me a greater temptation that we cannot overcome. He always gives us the measure that we can take. He knows that you are stronger to go through whatever you've gone through. He knows that you are powerful to go through that you thought was going to take you. What you thought was going to take you didn't take you. What you think is going to take you, it's not going to take you. Because our God is greater. Because our God knows that you can go through it, and he will give you courage. He's there to give you strength. If you feel you're weak, call unto him. If you feel you're tired, just call unto him, cry to him, get in a habit of being vulnerable before God. Go to him and speak to him. If you think like, I don't know how to pray, prayer is just talking to God. Just as you talk to your friends, you can talk to your God. He is your father, he's your friend, he cares about you. And you know what? He knows you more than you know yourself. He even knows the number of the hair on your head. So he knows you. He has greater plans for you. He has amazing plans that he has put out there for you. Don't give up yet. Yes, the year is ending. This is another opportunity. I love waking up every morning to a brand new day. It makes me expectant. It makes me happy. It gives me that vibe of like, oh, you know, you just have to keep yourself in the shoes, in the gap of knowing that anything good can happen at any time and at any moment. Just as stress and anxiety and all that keeps telling you that something bad is going to happen, or you keep feeling something bad is going to happen at any time, you just have to keep in that gap, knowing that anything good can happen at any minute, at any time, and you are not exceptional. We are all worthy of God's goodness. We are all worthy of God's love, just as it rains to everyone. That's how God's love is. It does not matter what you're doing, or you don't know God, or you don't even believe in God. His goodness is going to be with you. His goodness is going to follow you. God has protected us in many things that we cannot even imagine. So so personally, I'm looking forward for the new year. I'm expectant. I'm excited. I don't have anything planned, for I know my life is well planned with God. He planned my life before He even formed me in my mother's womb. But I'm just open to what God has for me. I'm just open to what He has in the store. And I'm just willing to keep serving Him. I'm willing to getting to know Him better, to getting to know Him deeper, to continue working with Him, to continue surrendering my life unto Him, and knowing that He is the God of my life, and He alone deserves all my He deserves all of me. Like, I just gave all of me to Him, and I know all things that I desire, all things that I want, I just kept in Him. It's a matter of seeking Him, serving Him, knowing who He is, that will open the doors. What has gone wrong this year? I believe that greater and mighty things are going to happen next year. What didn't happen this year? It wasn't its time. For our God is a God of timing, and is a God of season and timing. So if it didn't happen now, it's going to happen next year. If it doesn't happen next year, it's going to happen anyways, if it is in God's plan and God's will. And I just don't have to look at what has failed. I don't have to look at what I didn't succeed, what didn't go through. I just have to keep my faith and trust in the Lord, and knowing that I'm going to wait on Him. No matter what happens, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to wait on Him. I'm going to serve Him. I'm going to love Him. Not because I want something from Him, but because He loved me first. But because He chose me. I mean, He's just worthy of my love. Before I even knew Him, He knew me. He knew that at certain time, like on this day, today, I'll sit here, I'll be here in this room at this moment, speaking these exact words to someone out there. So you just have to trust God with your life. How has 2021 been? Has it been hectic? You just don't have to do 2022 alone. Just give your life to Christ. Trust Him with your life. Test Him. He says in His word, test me and see my goodness. So test the Lord and see how good He is. Test the Lord and see how mighty He is. Don't give up on you. Be excited for the next year. Be excited. You just don't have to see the imperfection of what's happening, to see the luck that you're having in this season, to see the struggles that you're having in this season, and just look ahead, because greater things are ahead. Greater things are in this race. You just have to give up. You don't have to give up. Keep running your race, keep going, and God is going to bless you. May the Lord bless you. I love you so much, and I'll continue wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I look forward and excited to hearing the testimonies that are going to come out in the next year. God bless you, and bye-bye.